Hey guys, this is Pilot Andy back with another video. Today I'm in DCA and we will be flying up to JFK in New York. I know we already did JFK to DCA, but today we're going to be trying to do the opposite. So we're going to get to see some of the DC scenery. Let me put it on cockpit view, or not cockpit, sorry, control tower. We can see the monument, we can see the Pentagon, and it's pretty good scenery. This is all from X-Plane itself also. We can see the Kennedy Center. That's not it, but it's along that area. Okay. So, let's get to it. So I have everything up and running. The FMC is all set up. I have my taxi lights enabled. And we are taking off from runway 1. So, yeah, we can start going there now. So I'll open my Avi tab and maps. So runway 1 is this long one. So we're gonna head towards it. We're gonna take a right on this taxiway. So during our landing, we will be doing an ILS on 04 left in JFK. And yesterday I actually did try to do the flight, and I did the whole thing perfectly. It's just that I forgot to record the descent for some reason, because Fraps, my screen recorder, just happened to not respond to my keystroke when it was supposed to start recording. Okay, so we're moving along. So it's a little bit of a long taxi. We can see the control tower in the distance and the monument. I've already set the altimeter to 29.98, by the way, on both the pilot and co-pilot's screen. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna take this left. Then head down this way.
Approaching 04.
So we're gonna cross through here. Probably should have pulled short, but whatever. And we're gonna keep heading down to runway 1. Okay, we're about to take this left here.
Approaching 01.
Okay, and now let's align ourselves with the runway.
On runway 01.
Okay. Now that we're aligned, let's set our parking brake. I don't know what just happened. There we go. Let's enable our flight directors, auto throttle. Let's put on reject takeoff, or I mean RTO. Runway lights can go on. Turn off our taxi lights. And yeah, we're ready. Okay, let's do this. Release parking brake, and let's give it some throttle very slowly. $80 knots. 100. We'll call this our V1. Positive rate, gear up. Flaps back to normal. Now let's climb to 5,000 feet. Actually, I'll do 3,000 and then enable the autopilot. Actually, I'll just enable it now, it's fine. VNav, LNav, command. Put our landing gear in off. Okay, we can turn off our lights. We can put this on to strobe. And we can set our altimeter back to standard on both screens. I already have the course and heading planned out for the ILS landing, and the radios will be set to switch. So basically we're just flying now to our cruising altitude, and then I will skip to the descent so you guys can watch it. We've already gone through the clouds. And according to XMapper TNG, we are passing by the Palisades. Pretty close to American University. And as we climb out of the clouds, we can see it's a pretty cloudy day, but it still looks beautiful. Taking this right to the Alex waypoint. Let's check out that window seat. Pretty cool view. So now we're flying. So this seat should be able to see Glen Echo and Cabin John near the Cabin John Parkway if there weren't any clouds. Oh, we can peek through there a little bit. And we are now making our bank to the right towards DOGUE. So we're about to pass over, or in between you could say, of North Bethesda and regular Bethesda, which is connected by Rockville Pike. We can see some of regular Bethesda down there. And some of Kensington and North Kensington. Okay, we are at halfway. We have reached halfway towards our cruising altitude. We are now heading towards RIISE. We will arrive there in 3 minutes. And yeah, everything's looking pretty good. We just passed over Wheaton. and by the minute we are coming closer and closer to the Chesapeake Bay, which is very exciting. Hopefully there's no clouds there so we can look over, but I really doubt there will not be clouds. Okay, and we are now heading to the left a little bit. We're about to fly over Beltsville, which is relatively close to College Park. And we are now realigning ourselves towards RISE by taking a shorter bank to the right. We're at 21,000 feet almost, and our cruising altitude, as I mentioned earlier, is FL 290. Okay, so we are around 6,000 feet away from our, more like 7,000 feet away from our cruising altitude, and we are passing by Glendale right now, coming up on the Chesapeake. Yesterday when I completed the flight, I took off from runway 19, which is basically runway 1 but the other direction, and I got to fly by St. Andrews Air Base, which is pretty cool. I had no scenery for that area, but it was still cool because I slalom ski nearby that airbase. Okay, and as we approach Crofton, we're getting even closer and closer to the Chesapeake, as you can see on our screen right here. Hopefully we get to fly over the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. But it looks like there's gonna be clouds there. Oh wait, no, maybe not. You can see some of the Chesapeake right there. So from this window seat, you might be able to see it pretty soon. That's sick. You can see a lot of the Chesapeake there. So on our right, you will be able to see Annapolis. Well, you won't be able to see it because of the clouds, but it's there. And we are starting to fly over the Chesapeake. If we look down, we can see the bridge below us, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, right there. That is really cool. That's just how the bridge looks in real life. And we can see the little airfield, or I think it's a private plane airfield there. We are now turning towards AGARD, and we're about to hear the notification for reaching 29,000 feet. There it is. So once we level off, okay, so now that we've leveled off, actually, I will see you guys during the descent. And yeah, that's in approximately like 20 minutes because this is a relatively short flight. So yeah, enjoy, and yeah, I hope to see you guys there. Okay guys, we are back. It's been like 20 minutes, and as we approach DONIL, we are going to begin our descent towards JFK. But so we'll maintain our altitude to Donald, but at LEEAH, which is right there, we are going down to 275. So let's set that on our altitude, and I will be ready. then. So we can turn off our VNav once we reach Donald, and we'll start controlling our speed, vertical speed. And we are about to pass over the Delaware Bay. As you can see, our plane looks like it's being pushed to the left, and that is because of the headwinds over here. Okay, so now we're heading towards Leia, and it says it's going to take us 2.5 minutes to get there, or 2.4. So we have to drop 1,500 feet divided by 2.3, which means we should be descending at around 600. So let's put this at 700, because it said 652. So we're going to start our descent. We can keep our speed at 300 or 0.8 Mach. It's fine for now. Actually, we'll put it down to 300. That should be good. And we can lower this to 600, just a little. And we just finished passing over the Delaware Bay. And over there, whoops, sorry if that was loud, we can see the Atlantic. Okay, we're about to reach 275, and our next altitude is 246. So let's set that here. And we'll do the calculation once we get to Leia. Okay, so using our calculator, we're going to be dropping around 3,000 feet. So 3,000 divided by 1.3, but we don't need to go that fast because we have a lot of leeway for this. We can go at around 15, let's do 17 or 1,800. That should work pretty well. Actually, 2,000 should work fine. And we can see on our map that the Atlantic is on our right. And we are over in New Jersey. Pretty soon we're going to get to Atlantic City, which is the coordinate ACY. Okay, and our next altitude is 15,000, so let's set it there. Let's start heading down to there. We should probably set this at 2,500 because that's a lot of altitude to cover. But we should be fine as the distance to wink is a little bit less. Let's set this at 280. And everything is looking pretty good so far. So Atlantic City is on our right. You can't see it because the engine is covering it, or yeah, but it's there. We can see the coordinate right there. Okay, so now we're going to 15.8, but we are fine because we have a lot of time to get there, 3 minutes. So using our math, we have to drop around 6,500 feet divided by 2.8. So we should be doing fine with 2,500 on our vertical speed. When we're heading towards Wink, I will slow down to 290 on the speed. Even though I have 290 there, it should still work fine. I'll do the calculation again. We have to drop around, according to this now, we are going to drop around 3,000 feet in 1.7, and we are a little bit over it, so let's lower this to 2,000. We are just trailing up on the New Jersey coast, as you can see there. Everything is looking good. Our frame rate is a lot better than it was earlier. And we are coming up on our desired altitude. So I will set the altimeter for JFK now. According to Airport Nav Finder, we are at 29.94. So let me click on Home and set that. Okay, now that we're there, we are going to go down to 12.9. And we're supposed to be there in 2 minutes, so we have to drop around 2,000 feet in 1.8, so we should be at 1,000. That should work well. And I'll slow us down to 290. Okay, and we can slow ourselves down to 280 now. Now heading towards Gamby. Let's set this at 11,000 flat. Or, sorry, 9,400. We have to drop around 2,000 feet. But we should be going at 240. So to reduce our speed, I will bring out some speed brakes. Just a little bit though. Okay, we reached 9,000. Let's just put it at 9,000 flat. We can bring back our speed brakes and put ourselves on flaps 1. Might as well get this down to 9,000. That should work fine. We are at 240. Everything is looking good. And we are about to make our bank to the left. And we can set this to 2,000. And now we're heading towards our Roque. We have 6 minutes to get there, and we have to drop around 7,000 feet. So 7,000 divided by 6. So we should be doing 1,200. Whoops. I did not mean that. That should work well. And I'm gonna bring ourselves down to 225. Actually, 230 should work. We'll bring down to 220 later. Everything is looking pretty good. Everything is looking pretty good. Once we are around 2 minutes away from Aroke, I will slow down to 220. And the glass slope angle is 3 degrees. And we are now coming through the clouds. Hopefully the clouds are pretty high up so we can see a lot of the runway. And it looks like they are, based on the land we can see over there. Okay, so we're in the clouds right now. And we are starting to pull out of the clouds. We can see some of the New York skyline over there. The New York City skyline. And we are almost 2 minutes away from Aroke, where we're supposed to be at 2,000 feet. I will start turning on the landing lights. Our speed brakes can be armed. Actually, we don't need them armed until we're heading straight towards there, actually. But I will turn on the landing lights. We are 2 minutes away, so I will slow down to 220. I'll put on the flaps 2. And once we're heading towards Aroke, I will switch on the navigation radios, and put on approach mode. Once we complete this turn, I'll bring out the landing gear as well. So Crystal, we're going to be there in 1.8 minutes, and we have to drop 500 feet. So 500 divided by 1.7 is 300, so we should set our vertical speed to 300. Let's do 400. Actually, let's just do 300. and I will start to bring out the landing gear. And the runway's right there. Once we align ourselves, I will put it on approach mode. Let's put these on. The ILS signals received. We will put this on to approach. And we are a little bit below on the glide slope, but that's fine. We'll catch back up to it. We'll bring out some more flaps and go to 190. The glide slope diamond is coming over here. Let's put this on to 3 and arm our speed brakes. We want to go down to 500 now. And let's try to catch this. Give it some more flaps. And let's go to 180. Looks like there's pretty strong winds from where we're coming. One thousand feet. I will take control at 500. Let's go down to 170, give it some more flaps.
Approaching 04 left.
Whoa, that was quite the gust.
500.
Okay, I will take control at relatively soon. Let's bring out some more flaps. Okay, disengage the autopilot.
300. Sync rate 200. Light slope. Light slope. Light.
Let's get this landing.
100. 50, 40, 30.
Set her down easy.
20. 10.
Let's pull off of here.
Caution, on taxiway, on taxiway.
That was kind of a bad taxi. Okay, welcome to JFK. Possibly the worst taxi I have ever done. I don't know why the plane's doing that. It's just automatically going up. Okay. I guess I will just turn off the fuel pumps and cut the fuel to the engines so it doesn't do that. But yeah, So welcome to JFK. Sorry for having to turn everything off. For some reason that was happening. Probably the worst taxi I've ever done, but the landing was not that bad. Pretty strong winds. We can look at the replay now. So let's see it. Probably over here is a little better. Let's see. And now let's look at it from the window perspective. Definitely could have had a way better flare, but it'll do. A very long landing. I definitely should have lowered the throttle. But still, it looked like it was fine for the passengers, and that's all that really matters, I guess, in my case. And then we taxi off. Okay, well, overall, it was a pretty fun flight. Thank you for flying with me if you stuck around this far. Yeah, and comment down below any flights you would like me to do. Thank you, and see you next time.